Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm taking a look at the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars after the trade for cornerback CJ Henderson, former first-round pick just a year ago for the Jaguars, is now heading to Carolina. You could see Ian Rappaport tweeted this morning, the Panthers are closing on a trade for cornerback CJ Henderson. Sources say the details: Carolina is trading tight end Dan Arnold and a third-round pick to the Jaguars for former Jacksonville first-round pick Henderson and a fifth-rounder, immediate help in Carolina while Henderson starts new. We know right away why this is happening. This man right here, Jaycee Horn, the star rookie or short-term star rookie for the Panthers, their own cornerback, got hurt. But before I go deeper and give the comparison, the matchup, and the prediction, everything about this, and it's a good topic to talk about, one of my more favorite ones today, I got to hear from you guys. Comment down below, does this Panthers team make the playoffs now that they traded for CJ Henderson, kind of replacing, say, Jaycee Horn? In the meantime, you might have already had them making the playoffs, but either way, I got to hear your prediction. Playoffs, yes or no for the Panthers? Getting straight into it, though, there are two big reasons I love this trade for the Panthers. Number one is it shows they're investing in Sam Darnold. It shows they believe in him. It shows they believe in this team and that they can make a playoff run. You know, if the Panthers were 0-3 right now, they would not be making a trade for a cornerback. They would only be trading if they believe in their contention. If this team didn't believe in Sam Darnold and they didn't want him to be the guy in the future, they wouldn't be giving up any draft capital if they didn't have to. They already gave up capital for Darnold, and now they're giving up more capital for other guys. You know, if you didn't believe in Darnold and you were looking for a Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers trade or a trade up in a draft, you don't give up your picks. But since they believe in Sam, we've seen him play pretty well so far, but they see more than us. They see him every day in practice, in and out of games, in the film room. They see everything about Sam, and this tells me the Panthers have confidence in Sam Darnold for this team and for the future. That is the number one big thing I like about it. And the second is how good this defense is already and how young it is. Brian Burns is only on his rookie contract still. Derek Brown, he's got some youth to him. Hassan Reddick, he's, I believe, his fourth or fifth year in, which is kind of old compared to some guys. Brian Burns, Jaycee Horn, CJ Henderson, Jeremy Chin are only 2-3 years in. But he's already got his money tied in, so he's already locked in, and he's on a very good deal for the Panthers-wise. Shaq Thompson, he's not the youngest, but he is the captain of this team. And like I said, Dante Jackson's on his rookie deal. He's still pretty young. Jaycee Horn's only a rookie. CJ Henderson's on his rookie deal. He's only a sophomore. And Jeremy Chin's only in his second year. AJ Boy's got some age, but of course you need that balance. But it just shows this team, if these young guys can click, CJ Henderson, who is a wild card. I mean, if we look at CJ Henderson, he's played a total of 10 games through 2 years so far, or a year and 3 games. But he only played 8 games last year. He's only played 2 this year, and he's already hurt again. So there is some risk to him. He will be back very soon, I'm sure. But still, this is not a guaranteed lock. CJ Henderson, if he was the next Jalen Ramsey, he probably wouldn't have gone for a third-round pick. But if he could just, he doesn't have to be Jalen Ramsey style or Jair Alexander style, but if he could just show he is first-round value, the Panthers are going to have one of the best defenses for the next 3 to 4 years if they could keep everyone healthy, together, and happy, and an offense that could sustain the entire team and keep it at a good pace. Like I said, Brian Burns is young. Hassan Reddick's already got his money. Shaq Thompson, you got a leader. Dante Jackson, Jeremy Chin, Jaycee Horn, and now CJ Henderson is a very talented team full of youth. I still think they might be a year away from hitting that next level, A, due to the injuries this year, and B, due to the youth. You know, it is a fine line of having a young team for the future, but having a young team that doesn't have that next level of experience to win those tight games or win those postseason games. But with Jaycee Horn likely coming back, it says expected return week 12. With him still having some reps at the end of the year, with CJ Henderson possibly developing well in the system, with Dante Jackson, Jeremy Chin, and AJ Boye to back them up, this team is going to be ready in the following year. And even if at the end of the year, when Jaycee Horn is back, Christian McCaffrey is back, say, week 12, theoretically, let's just say they're 7-5. That just, a number came to my head, so don't think too much into that. Say they're 7-5, all of a sudden you get one of your better corners back. You know, it's still a question mark of how good Jaycee Horn is. It's such a small sample size, but you get a starting player back, and now you can make a push for the playoffs. The Panthers could make a run this year. Not saying they will, but I do think they're 1 year away. However, this team is ready to go. They believe in Sam Darnold. McCaffrey, who knows when he's going to be back. Says expected return week 5 right there. Chuba Hubbard could probably fill the role in for at least 1 week. This is going to be a big test in week 4. How can they do without McCaffrey? How can they do without Jaycee Horn? I'm not sure if CJ Henderson's really going to play him this week. DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Terrace Marshall Jr., Ian Thomas is now the starter since Dan Arnold is gone. Another big reason I think they're kind of a year away is the offensive line. They need to address that in the offseason. So the good thing about the Panthers is, like I said, kind of 3 points now that I think of it. One, they believe in Sam Darnold because if they didn't, they would not be investing in this team anymore. Two, the defense is ready. The defense is young. The defense will last a while if they could keep everyone happy with money and health. Excuse that sound. And number three, there's one issue with this team, and that's offensive line. And I know that's a negative thing, but some teams have 4, 3, 5, 7, 8, 12, 53, 800 issues. The Panthers, they have one. Sam Darnold, is he ever going to be Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady, Allen, Watson? Probably not. But can he reach Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins level where he can win games, where he can lead a team to some postseason options, postseason appearances, Super Bowl runs, Matt Ryan level? He could do that. He's got the weapons, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Terrace Marshall. He's got the defense to rely on. That's for dang sure. And he's got the head coach, Matt Rule's putting together. This was a big trade for the Panthers that I think, if he pans out, will pan out very well for the Panthers. Obviously, there's some risk. He's a little injury prone. He hasn't proven too much yet. If he was that great, he'd go for a lot more than a third-round pick. But it does show, since he went for a third-rounder and a player, there is value to him. The Jaguars do see something in him. He wasn't traded for a sixth-rounder. He wasn't traded for a first-rounder. He's traded for a third-rounder and a starting player. So there is kind of a balancing act of, is he great, is he not, of where his value stands. But that is something I think this Panthers defense can develop well. And like I said, at the end of this year, they could get really hot. And then all of a sudden next year, Panthers are the team to watch out for. I think they got a steal on this one if he pans out. And the Panthers team are going to be seriously hard to deal with. Obviously, many factors change. They need to stay healthy. They need McCaffrey. Not just because he's McCaffrey. Obviously, that's a factor. But just because they need consistency in their backfield. Chuba Hubbard, I like him. And if you can, pick him up on your fantasy team while McCaffrey's out temporarily. But just, they want their workhorse game in and game out. You know, we don't need a Saquon situation with the Panthers. We need McCaffrey to be there because with him, they are a next-level team that it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, they're always going to be in contention. However, we'll see. Sam is a man. I'm excited to see them against the Cowboys without McCaffrey, without Jaycee Horn. If this team can beat the Cowboys without some of their best players, they mean business this year. This is a big test for them if they are ready now or ready later. I know it's only one game, and I think it's a big indicator. It's not everything, but it is an indicator for sure. You guys tell me, who do you think won this trade? I think this was huge for the Carolina Panthers. I love the move. I didn't even really hear CJ Henderson got traded. I just found it late. I mean, it's 6:30 right now. Obviously, it's going to be different when you guys are looking at this, but I found out later in the day compared to the morning. I'm at least glad I found out, and I'm talking about it because I do think this Panthers team is going to be happy in the long run if he could stay healthy and if he could develop him well, because the supporting cast around him is a team that can win a lot of games and put fear into guys like Tom Brady. I'm predicting now, if this team pans out and is ready, they are going to make a deep playoff run next year, but they have to execute on all levels: health, development, off-season execution, everything. But the ceiling is there for this team if they can have all the cards fall the right way for them. You guys tell me what you think. As always, and of course, thank you for watching, guys. 2-minute warning.